3, 2, 1, go. Sup folks, StugeGG here with a vlogish kind of update about why I am no longer going to be playing Town of Salem for the foreseeable future, maybe permanently. We don't know about that yet, but then we'll also discuss where the YouTube and Twitch channels will be going from here, now that Town of Salem will not be a part of it for now. But before I really get into it, I don't want this to come across as a video where I'm just going to be blaming everyone for making the game terrible, particularly Blank Media, and saying, you know, just railing on them, saying they're the worst ever. You shouldn't support their game, you shouldn't play it at all. That's not where it's going. I do think Blank Media does have some faults with the game, but I'm not saying no one else should play it. I'm not saying you should boycott the game. I'm not saying you should give it up if you're enjoying it. But the main reason I will not be playing Town of Salem for at least a bit is that I'm not enjoying the game anymore. And that's a variety of factors. I had been down to only playing on Saturdays with the sub games, and playing with the subs and people who follow on Twitch is usually a ton of fun. We usually don't have a full 15, so we do get randoms in. And it's just been like every other game where we have a random. That random is incredibly racist, vulgar, or just throws the game completely. And we see that more often than not. When I tried to record things for the YouTube channel and like rank to try that out and go from there, it was just a nightmare of just people being incredibly mean and incredibly rude. And I get enough of that elsewhere in my life. I really don't need it as part of something I'm trying to enjoy for fun. We have played Town of Salem for almost 2 years now. You can see I've got, I think, over 1,200 games played. I don't even think that's all of them that's recorded properly. And we have almost 400 videos on the YouTube channel for it. I think we were at 398. If you include the 2 tutorials that were the first things I ever recorded that weren't very good, I think we were exactly at 400. But that's a long time to play one game and to stick with the game for that long and to keep enjoying it. And we did enjoy it for a long time. It's just these past few weeks, and it's just hasn't been nearly as much fun. And that's kind of how Town of Salem works in a nutshell. You're never going to have fun 100% of the time. You're going to have fun. I think I want to break it down before. It's like 50% fun, 40% frustrating, and 10% terrible, where you get those games where people are trolling or stuff like that. But you're not going to win every time, so maybe it's not always fun. And people take the game very seriously, and sometimes that can make it not quite as fun. And part of that's on me. I haven't been attempting to make the game as fun as I used to, you know, injecting humor into it. I was going to do something with that Town of Salem bot, but it never came about. I tried recording special stuff for it and didn't really get what I was looking for. But even when we were thinking about injecting fun into it, I more dreaded the days I was going to play it than I did look forward to the days I was going to play it. And the main reason why we are no longer going to play it, and that hit this week, is the way Blank Media Games has treated the Chaos Coven modes and just kind of treated the community as a whole. So if you don't play the Chaos Coven modes at all, they're supposed to be on a weekly rotating schedule. They switch every Tuesday at 1 a.m. I don't know if it's Greenwich Mean Time or whatever time they set, but they never follow that schedule, even though they advertise it. And it's gotten to the point where VIP at one point was up for 15 straight days. Lovers then only ended up being up for 6 before they immediately switched to Rivals, which I think stayed up for an extra period as well. But then this week, after VIP had been up for a set time, they had followed the schedule correctly. Lovers did switch up on Tuesday, and then after a few hours, like their servers crashed, and when they came back up, Lovers was gone and Rivals was back. I reached out to them via Twitter, got no response on there, even though I checked to see someone was using their Twitter to respond to other people. I mean, I'm a nobody. They don't have to respond to me. I'm not saying like I'm super important. They need to, you know, respond to me. But no response there. There was already a post on forums. I piggybacked on that. The community manager, for what it's worth, did respond saying, hey, I'm going to pass this on to the devs. They'll look into it. More than 24 hours has passed since then. Nothing. The devs have made posts about Spanish localization, about testing other stuff out, but they just don't seem to care. And that's been kind of an MO for them. I've railed on this on the stream before and in a couple videos. And this is going to come across as harsh, but it's not meant to be as harsh as it's going to sound. Blank Media Games does not care about their community. They care about what their community gives to them in terms of money. And they're a business. That's how businesses work. Their point is to make money and be profitable, which they are. They definitely are. They gave a free game that you could download for free online and play via browser, or pay, you know, a few bucks on Steam. And then they put out a paid expansion, which is partially my issue. You had to pay to play the expansion, then they don't even support the modes for it anymore. But you see, they spend so little time developing, you know, fixes. When Rank 2.0 or whatever it was called came out, and ELO was bugged to where you could leave the game if you know you were going to lose. You could leave the game, join another game. As long as that new game started before the old one ended, you didn't take the ELO hit for the loss in the other one. It took them weeks to fix that, and I don't think they reset the ELO at all. So you got people who have higher ELO than they should, and whatever. I don't care that much about that. It just kind of showed the pattern of them caring less about that. And during that time, and in the patch that actually fixed the rank bug, they put out more things you can buy with real money. And I don't have a problem with microtransactions. You can look at my League wallet. It's not called a wallet, but my League collections or whatever it is. I spent hundreds of dollars in League of Legends years and years ago, and I don't fault them for that. Their League of Legends system for it's a little bit better. You can buy, you know, new champions with money, or you can, you know, buy them with just the IP. I forget what IP stands for. It's been so long since I've actually bought anything from there. But you had the options, and there's nothing you have to buy in Town of Salem. Just they seem to push for more money. They come up with more ways to make money than they do to change or alter or fix the game. But just the whole lovers thing not being up, when I've said many times that's my favorite mode, and it's consistently been up less than the other modes, it's just incredibly frustrating, and they honestly don't seem to care. I think that's enough of that. Enough talking about Throne of Lies. If I get the hankering to play it, I will. But most likely I'm done for the foreseeable future. Not to compare myself to Shroud, but if you know who Shroud is with Cloud9, when he was leaving Counter-Strike Global Offensive, he was talking about how, you know, he was thinking about retiring, but he wasn't sure yet. And someone pointed out, once you've got the idea in your head that maybe you don't want to do something anymore, it's probably just best to stop. And it's in my head that I don't want to play Town of Salem anymore, so I'm going to stop instead of keep pushing it and pushing it. And I think people could tell recently, every time I play it, I'm not enjoying it as much, and it makes for bad videos, makes for bad streams, and I just want to stop. So this upcoming Saturday, we will not have the Town of Salem sub-games. At the exact same time we would have, we will have Throne of Lies sub-games. Throne of Lies is going to be the main alternative to fill in for Town of Salem. I do believe it is a decent social deduction game. It's not perfect yet. Obviously, it's been out for a month. It was in alpha for 4 or 5 months, and they didn't get a ton of playtesting in. Since they've released, they're pushing stuff like crazy. But they do seem to care about their community a lot more than Blank Media does. They've reached out to me on several occasions, giving me keys to give away. When I expressed concerns in a video, they left me a comment addressing those concerns. And I understand they're a smaller company. They're trying to get a market share. And they've been getting a lot of help from streamers, like big name streamers. Me streaming it doesn't really matter to them. But they choose to support me anyway by watching my videos, promoting them on Twitter. And they just seem like they really care, and they want to develop a community around the game, make a good game, and then maybe focus on money later. Obviously, you do have to pay $10 on Steam to play Throne of Lies, but they give away a crap ton of keys. So a lot of people can play the game for free if they want. If you're looking for a key giveaway, I'm sure there's plenty of ones you can do. I might have some keys to give away in the near future. But it's not a perfect game, but it's a game I'm enjoying for right now. Some of my streams and stuff have been a little bit frustrating just because I don't fully know the game yet. But it's interesting to learn and go from there. So if Throne of Lies is going to be a big thing going forward, it will replace the sub games. There's obviously no new modes, but we should be able to invite people to the games and then fill it with random people. But to do that, you actually have to give them an invite code, which they put into the game. And since the friend list is tied through Steam, I'm not going to have everyone on my Steam's friends list, unfortunately. You can send me an invite there. I'll probably accept it, but at some point that might not be feasible. So I'll be sharing the keys via the stream when I'm streaming it. Or if people are interested, I do have a Discord server up and running now. I will have a link to that in the description below. Or if you go on my, Twitch channel, if you do the Nightbot command, !Discord, it gives you a permanent link in there. But people to hang out, I give announcements, stream schedule, and stuff like that. I'm still developing out. It's nothing special yet, and there's not a ton of people yet. But I look forward to having a good community in there. YouTube channel, we're still going to be doing the Throne of Lies. Hellblade is going to be finishing soon. Most likely the Let's Plays on there for now are going to be... I'm looking for visual novel to play. and then keep doing stream highlights, which is basically what I'm doing. I'm just cutting games from the Throne of live streams, other streams. Maybe we're gonna have some full League of Legends games on there pulled from streams. I haven't talked about that yet, but I'm likely going to try to get back into League of Legends as well and play some of that. I'm going to do a little bit off stream so I can get a little bit better at the game before I start streaming it again, because I'm going to be really terrible and really rusty. But we'll have some of that going forward. But my main focus is going to be the Twitch stream over the YouTube channel. I think it's a better way to interact directly with people who like to watch, and hopefully we can make a better environment where people have fun and want to interact and chat, which obviously makes the stream a ton better. That kind of leads me to the fact that if you haven't noticed on the streamings yet, or right now, obviously I've got a spacesuit. I'll call it a costume on here. On the YouTube channel, I will let you guys know that, you know, it's just to be fun and corny. I'm not going to be taking it seriously. On the stream, I probably won't break the character I'm doing, which is just myself, but in space. And I've got like a whole story planned. If people like it and goes forward from here, I'm going to introduce new aspects to it, new different things, and hopefully make it cool. Pieces and parts of that you'll see, like we'll use weird backgrounds and stuff for, you know, the Twitch stream. This is an example of the interior of the space shuttle, this is a legitimate picture of the interior of the space shuttle. But you see weird goofy stuff around there. I've got a spacewalk one, which I can't do because I messed up the webcam. I gotta fix it. We got like little goofy stuff, American flag background, which you can see in like a preview video I did, and a few other things I developed, but I haven't actually shown on the stream yet because I keep forgetting to, and I think they're gonna be funny and I think people might enjoy it. But I want to create an environment that's goofy and fun and people can hang out in and chat, and it's not just gonna be if I'm playing Town of Salem, which obviously I'm not going to be anymore, and like the Discord and everything like that. I don't want the community just to be Town of Salem, and I know that's kind of asking a lot since 95% of my viewers are from Town of Salem. And I guess I didn't really discuss that yet. I fully understand that me not playing Town of Salem anymore is going to lose me 90% of my views on YouTube, 95% of the people who watch me regularly. The other thing is I stream right now. I'm still streaming The Witcher 3, Throne of Lies. I don't get nearly as many viewers as I do when I'm doing Town of Salem. And I know that's good. I'm going to take a hit, but the game's just not fun for me anymore. And I think me playing a game that's not fun is going to make me take a hit anyway. And I think people are going to get into Throne of live streams. People really seem to be enjoying it, and hopefully as more people get into the game, more people will enjoy that stream. But I am rambling a bit now. The only other thing I do want to mention is the timing of the streams. Because of daylight savings, where I live in Arizona, we don't have daylight savings. So for me, throughout the summer, when I said 8 p.m. Pacific, that was also 8 p.m. for me. Now that Pacific has shifted back an hour, what's now 7 p.m. for them is 8 p.m. for me. So the weekday streams are staying at 8 p.m. my time, but that'll now be 7 p.m. Pacific, 4 Eastern. So it's 8 p.m. UTC minus 7, if that helps at all. The weekend streams are going to be at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC minus 7. But I'll always mention it on Twitter right before I'm going to stream. I'll always mention it on the Discord right before I'm going to stream. And usually I'll put up a YouTube video saying, hey, I'm currently live now, so you can always find that here. But just an overall recap now that this video has gone on much longer than I wanted it to. Town of Salem is done for now. It might make a comeback. I don't think it will, but maybe it will at some point down the road. I hope that if you watch this channel explicitly for Town of Salem, that you do feel like checking out some of the other stuff and maybe giving me a shot, checking out the goofiness on the Twitch stream as I try to develop, a repertoire on there and utilize like the goofy space thing we're doing. But besides that, Twitch is my focus going forward. I just think it's a better platform than YouTube. That's a whole separate video, another 15-minute video that maybe I'll get into at another point. I just think it's a better future forward platform than YouTube is right now. But mainly I want to say I like having you guys here as a community. I know most of you are here for Town of Salem, but I do hope you stick around for a few other things. We're going to continue to have fun. I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not quitting Twitch. I'm just quitting Town of Salem for now. And like I said, I'm not 100% saying it's all Blank Media's fault. Their game's terrible. Don't support them. If you still enjoy Town of Salem, continue to play it. I would not recommend it to people anymore. but I'm not going to fault anyone who still enjoys it. I don't think Blank Media is a great company, but I'm not saying not to support them. I'm not saying not to enjoy their game. If it's a fun game for you, play it. You don't have to quit because I quit. I don't think anyone's going to. My opinion doesn't matter that much. I just want to give you guys my reasons. But I've rambled much longer. I wanted this to be much shorter than it is, but that's how it always goes. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch or Twitter. Links to everything in the description. I'm StugeGG everywhere. But I really hope you enjoyed the Town of Salem that I have uploaded, and that the 400 episodes I have uploaded were fun for you, and that you can go back and watch those and always enjoy those as they are if there's no more Town of Salem to come. But thanks again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, please have a great day.